What's going on, everyone? Vampyr Gaming here, and today it is the day before the release of Green Purple Luffy, Preen Luffy, Gerpa Luffy, whatever you want to call him. This is the day before his release, and this is also going to hold true for the release of, but the information you'll see here is as of the day before the official release. I know a lot of people have their hands on product already, but today we're going to be talking about why you should not buy this deck. So, everyone, this is the hot thing. It had its own format, but in today's video, we're going to go through the reasons why I think you should not pick up this deck. And, unless you're rich, then if so, use the TCGPlayer link in the comments below to buy your singles. Click that, and then, just go in there and pick up what you need. However, so let's just go ahead. First thing we want to talk about is its price and playability. Okay, so reason number one, it's overpriced. So first off, before we really dive in here, I think the biggest thing, and I'll talk about this a little bit later in another video, so be sure to subscribe to make sure you don't miss it. But everyone thinks that EB02 is EB01, and it's just not. There was a lot of FOMO, EB02, what happened with EB01, and I think there's a lot of different things that people are missing, and it's not the same. Bar for bar, it's not the same. High level, we'll go high level here. The set of EB01 was 3 hits per box, every single box. We were anticipating the same thing here. It did not happen. Every box of EB01 as well has the secret rares or the leaders. It's secret rares or leaders, so there's just high value hits guaranteed. To some degree, you have a 2/3 chance of hitting at least a $50 card. There's only 4, so it's 1/3. It's literally half the odds. I think that's how math works. And they have tons of staples. EB01, I saw those cards. I was like, these cards are phenomenal. I see EB02. I don't see that. This set doesn't have very many staple cards, and it feels heavily archetyped and tailored for specific situations. So I don't love this set list overall. It does boost existing decks, but that doesn't mean this set's bad either. But it's got 2 hit boxes, which are wrecking you on alts. You're pulling Usopp. Drop a comment if you pulled Usopp. Be honest. And then whereas EB01 barely had any misses, you had Cavendish as a super rare. You had Brook as a super rare. You had Laboon as a super rare. And you get 7 of those in a box. All those are bangers. All those belong in decks to some degree, or have a place in certain metas, and they've all found their way in numerous metas. You have Enel here. You have VV, which is decent. VV's a decent card, but it's just not super relevant. But I think VV will have a moment. But there's just not, Vegapunk is literally locked to Vegapunk. There's not nearly as many cards that scream. You have Sanji Pudding. Sanji Pudding isn't even good in other decks either. Sanji Pudding is exclusively good in this deck. And then, just with most cards being unplayable, I don't think it creates the demand as, evergreen cards that you see. Flambe saw play in multiple decks. Weevil and Finger Pistol found its way in a number of decks. Just all these things that are just overall really strong cards and not restricted in their usage. But let's go ahead. So the set is overpriced. That's reason number one. Again, I don't know your financial situation, so you do you. I'm just here. I try to be as spending conscious as I can when it comes to playing TCGs, and my goal is to help you play decks as affordable as possible. And I don't think the time to buy this is now, just because it's the pretty shiny new thing. And I think that's going to be a big driver behind it. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the data. Okay, so first things first, we jump into TCGPlayer, and then we see here, $400 leader. All these super rares, again, not really good. Leader locked, situational, literally leader locked, situational, all of these cards. Sengoku is a good one. I'll give Sengoku that. Yeah, Trafalgar Law. There's just so many cards that are just incredibly situational. I don't think it gives it that evergreen. But you look here. So these are pre-orders. It's $68. And then you can see here, there are some sales. They've sold 77, or there's listed 77. 42 sold for this at this price. And then we'll look at Sanji Pudding, and I sincerely hope it's not 60 people. 60 people got cooked. My condolences. If you have money like that, cool, great. But so we're gonna take a look here. So 26. This is incredibly overpriced. Me personally, I'll play this deck if I can put it together for 250 on release. If I can, I'll go to my LGS, get everything I need, and play this deck for 250. I'm gonna play it. That's me. I have store credit saved up that I've used from like winnings and then like prizing I've opened and things like that. But we take a look over here. We're going to take a gander. So Europe knows this card is 7.5 euro, which is about like $8.50-ish, $9. So they are $9 and people are paying 27. So on the grounds of that, like it's overpriced or underpriced somewhere. And they have to meet in the middle. Again, this is pre-sale, so these prices will go down, but I think we're just going to be grossly overpaying on Sanji and Pudding. And then we go farther, we look at the Luffy. The Luffy here is 40, which is like 44, 45, and then people are paying almost $70. So across the play set, it's like $100 more that you're paying here. And then, again, these prices are going to go down. I think we see this at like 55. I think people are going to be paying 55. I think people are going to be paying 15 to 18. 15 to 18, 55, which I think is too much. Because, again, you go over here, 44s. You do have to factor in, you have to pay individual shipping on each one of these depending on where you are in Europe. But even then, these cards are marginally cheaper. But this gives you a good idea as well as what you can expect when going to, like, buy these singles, what these are going to look like on pre-release. We're typically about 20-30% higher than they are. I think that's a little optimistic. Again, it feels like there's plenty of EB and a lot of people are pulling mangas, this and that. I don't think we're going to have EB01 problems just because the set isn't EB01 and it's not designed like EB01. But I think reason number one, don't buy it. It's overpriced. Let's go ahead and talk about reason number two. So reason number two, it's a short format. So we'll go ahead and take a look. But as you guys know, OP11 releases June 6th. So we'll go ahead and jump there. So just looking here, it says June 2025. And for those who aren't familiar, this introduces Snake Man, or OP11 Monkey D. Luffy, in Gear 4 Snake Man. He's a 3-life blue-purple leader, and he absolutely dominates the meta. We see here, so it's a short format. You can see, look at the size of pie for Purple Luffy. It's so small. Like, there's people are playing more. This is, again, a 33-person tournament, but this gives you a decent sample size to see what people are playing. And you see Purple. It's still a good deck. Jonas, our GOAT, he ended up getting, like, second place at an event while we were at Worlds playing this deck. So the deck is good. I lost to this deck when I was playing blue-purple as well. So the deck has legs. So you can still play it, but a new beast comes in, and this is the shiny new thing. And everybody jumps ship, and I'm so sure once this set comes out, all of these singles go down in price. Again, it is your money. You are free to do whatever. I'm just here to try to provide my point of view and what I expect from this. And I, again, anticipate myself picking up this deck, but if the deck runs me anything like $300 to just play it, I will not. I will stick to Shanks. I might even try the Luch, anything besides that, and then I'll pick it up once this comes out and just play with that for fun. But be careful. But yes, the format is short, so we'll take a look here as well at the events. So there is only 4 events that you can play this deck in because the format is so short. You first have the first event, because it comes out this weekend, but it's only legal next weekend, which is the Booster Boxes online Treasure Cup that you can play in. And then we have the Treasure Cup for Top Cut. We have the Treasure Cup for Top Cut on the 24th. And then PPG. There's also regionals on some of these days as well for those onlines. Like, there's a Carta Magica is this one, but then it goes to Treasure Cup. And then Unsung Events should have a regional on the 31st as well. And then the only other event after that, because that's the 31st, then we have the 7th, which is Shreveport, Louisiana, with PPG. This is the last event because OP11 comes out June 6th. So then Versus Games Oviedo will be the first OP11 format. So assuming you're not traveling, you only have 3 events that you can play it in. And that is, of course, assuming you got into all 3. And so, again, you know, potential $300+ deck. If you're buying it from scratch, it's going to be over $300 for sure. Just for you to play in those and then to get power crept by Blue Purple Luffy. So that is one of the big reasons why I think, you know, it's just a short format. EB02 got pushed back for us. And so there's a lot less value in these cards over time. And just the value per dollar, I feel like it's just not there. And then reason number 3, the last reason here, I think, so there is the potential ban list. So if you are unfamiliar, historically, we've only ever consistently had bans during Bandai Card Fest World Finals, and it was at the end of the tournament. That is when we received the bans for Gecko Moria, Raigo, and all of them. But it was also, if I'm not mistaken, when we originally got the bans for Law right before Black Maria came here in OP07. So we were in OP06. Or was that Sokka? Sokka get banned? Yeah, I think Sokka got banned at Worlds. Then we had a separate one that banned Black Maria right before she came here to the English. But the only time we've consistently gotten bans is during Worlds. And so there was an announcement. We'll take a look at that. So here we have on X or Twitter, you see Bandai Card Fest. Please watch as we will be announcing future developments for each Bandai card game titles. And it's scheduled June 16th. So it's a month away. This is 1 week after OP11 comes out, which wouldn't surprise me if they hit us with some form of ban. It also, my thoughts, it could happen. But my thoughts is that this is going to be an update as far as global release goes for One Piece. Like a better idea and timeline on when we're going to be completely merged and what the rest of our set releases are going to look like. I think that is the announcement that they're going to make, so we have that alignment. But it could be a ban list because everybody's calling for something to be hit, Gum Gum Giant, this or that. But arguably, bar for bar, the format has been the most oppressive in terms of representation and total flagship wins versus any of the others historically. I wish I knew who if you know who posted that, let me know in the comments below because somebody posted that. But with all of these there and you're spending $300 on a deck, if a deck gets banned, prices go down tremendously and be a big hurt to your card spending dollars. So use your best knowledge. And as always, if you found this content of value, if you could do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot, and I will see you all in the next video.